No matter what type of sewing projects you want to do, your new Singer Tradition sewing machine can help you achieve it. Your machine has lots of great features that will make your sewing fun and easy. After a brief overview of the basic machine parts, we'll give you a quick demonstration of the complete threading process. Then, we'll go through the threading process again slowly in a way that allows you to follow along. Let's review the main parts of your machine. The foot controller plugs into the side of the machine and then into the wall socket. Turn the machine on here with the power switch. The presser foot lifter is at the back of the machine, which is used to raise and lower the presser foot. This is the pattern selector dial, which is used for selecting the stitch you want to sew. The stitch length dial allows you to make the stitches shorter or longer. This is the tension dial. For most of your sewing, you can just leave it set within this range. The reverse lever is located here at the front of the machine and is used to sew stitches in reverse. This is your hand wheel, used for manually moving the needle up and down. Be sure to always turn the hand wheel counterclockwise. This is the removable extension table. It can be removed when you want to sew small areas like pants, hems, or children's clothing. It conveniently stores all your machine accessories. We'll show a quick overview of the bobbin winding and threading process first, then we'll demonstrate for you again more slowly so that you can follow along. The bobbin is threaded before you thread the needle. After putting the thread spool and spool cap on the machine, the thread is snapped into this guide. Wrap it counterclockwise around the bobbin winding tension disc, then put the thread end into the bobbin. Place the bobbin onto the bobbin winding spindle, push to the right, then step on the foot controller. The bobbin will begin to fill. Stop to trim the thread tail. Then continue to fill the bobbin. When the bobbin is full, push it to the left, remove the bobbin from the spindle, then cut the thread. Place the bobbin into the bobbin case, then into the machine. Close the cover. Now, let's go through the bobbin winding and threading process slowly so you can follow along. Your machine uses a Class 15 bobbin. Be sure to look for this style of bobbin when purchasing any additional ones from your Singer retailer. Place the thread on the machine with the thread coming off the spool like this. If your thread spool has a groove on the edge, place this end of the spool to the right so your thread doesn't get caught while sewing. Set the spool holder in place. For large spools of thread, use the large spool holder. For medium spools of thread, set the other end of the spool holder toward the thread. For small spools, use the small spool holder from the accessory compartment. Holding the thread end, pull the thread to the left so that it is coming off the spool like this. Now, bring the thread under this guide, then wrap it counterclockwise around the bobbin winder tension disc. Put the thread end through the bobbin like this, from the center and then out through the hole on the bobbin. Place the bobbin onto the bobbin winding spindle. Push the bobbin to the right. This will declutch your hand wheel, which means that your needle won't go up and down while you are winding the bobbin. Hold the end of the thread and then step on the foot controller. The bobbin will begin to fill. Stop to trim the thread tail. Continue to fill the bobbin. It will stop when it is full. Push the bobbin and spindle back to the left before removing the bobbin from the machine. This will re-engage the needle automatically for sewing. Pushing the bobbin to the left before removing the bobbin is very important, because if you don't, the needle will not move when you turn the hand wheel. Now, remove the bobbin from the bobbin winding spindle, then cut the thread. To insert or remove a bobbin, make sure the needle is in its highest position by turning the hand wheel counterclockwise. Remove the extension table from the machine and then open the hinged cover. Pull the bobbin case tab and then remove the bobbin case. Hold the bobbin case with one hand. Remove the empty bobbin. Insert the full bobbin so that the thread moves in a clockwise direction. Pull the thread through the slit and under the finger. Hold the bobbin case by the hinged latch. Now insert it into the shuttle. We'll show you a quick overview of how to thread the upper part of the machine, and then we'll demonstrate for you again more slowly so that you can follow along. To thread the machine, place the thread spool and spool cap on the machine. Raise the presser foot lifter. Turn the hand wheel counterclockwise until the take-up lever is in its highest position and the indicator on the hand wheel is lined up here on the machine. Bring the thread into this guide, then into the pre-tension spring. Follow the arrow markings down, around the U-turn, then back up. Bring the thread from right to left so that the thread slips into the take-up lever. Now bring the thread down again, behind the thread guide, then thread the needle. Your machine has a built-in needle threader which will thread your needle automatically. Now let's go through the process more slowly so that you can follow along. Raise the presser foot lifter, then raise the take-up lever to its highest position by turning the hand wheel counterclockwise. Place the thread on the machine with the thread coming off the spool like this. If your thread spool has a groove on the edge, place this end of the spool to the right so your thread doesn't get caught while sewing. Set the spool holder in place. For large spools of thread, use the large spool holder. For medium spools of thread, set the other end of the spool holder toward the thread. For small spools, use the small spool holder from the accessory compartment. Bring the thread from the thread spool through the upper thread guide. Pull the thread through the pre-tension spring like this. When you thread the machine, it is helpful to hold the thread between the spool and the top thread guide with your right hand. Now, thread the tension by leading the thread with your left hand down the right channel and then up the left channel. Pass the thread from right to left at the top so that the thread slips into the slotted eye of the take-up lever. Bring the thread downward, then slip it behind the horizontal needle clamp guide located just above the needle. Your machine features a built-in needle threader to help you thread the needle quickly and effortlessly. With the needle in highest position, press the lever down as far as it will go. The threader automatically swings into the threading position. Pass the thread around the thread guide at the left. Then, pass the thread in front of the needle, under the hook, from bottom to top. Release the lever and the thread will pull through the needle's eye from front to back. Before you start sewing, you will need to raise the bobbin thread. To do this, hold the upper thread with your left hand. turn the hand wheel counterclockwise, which will lower and then raise the needle. As you turn the hand wheel, lightly pull the needle thread. The bobbin thread will be drawn up through the hole. Place both threads under the presser foot toward the back. You are now ready to sew. Be sure to test your stitch before you start your project. Place the fabric under the presser foot, then lower the presser foot. Select your stitch, then step on the foot controller to begin sewing. Before removing any fabric from the machine, be sure to turn the hand wheel counterclockwise until the needle is in its highest position and the needle begins to descend. Then raise the presser foot lifter to remove the fabric. This will help avoid any thread jamming the next time you sew. When you sew, if you find that you have a lot of thread accumulating on the underside of the fabric, this means that you have actually threaded the upper thread incorrectly. Raise the presser foot lifter. Remove the upper thread and then rethread the machine. There is a large variety of presser feet available for your machine. Some feet simply snap on or off the machine, while others are attached to a shank and need to be removed using a small screwdriver. Let's look at how to change different styles of presser feet. Your machine has a release lever on the back. The small lever at the back of the shank is pressed, and the foot will release. Place the desired foot on the needle plate, aligning the foot holder with the presser foot pin. Lower the presser foot lifter so that the foot holder snaps on the foot. Some feet already have the shank attached, so it will be necessary to remove the shank currently on the machine in order to put the new foot on. Use a small screwdriver to loosen the shank on the machine and completely remove the screw. Set the new foot and shank in place, then replace the screw and tighten it securely. Congratulations on the purchase of your new Singer Tradition sewing machine. Consult your machine manual for more details on using and caring for your machine. For more information, contact Singer at www.singer.com.